I've been getting a lot tighter without doing too much. I'm not under eating, I'm not surviving, I'm not exhausted, I'm full of life, I'm full of energy, I'm eating tons and tons of healthy food and meals that I enjoy, and I wanna show that to you guys today. Hello, beautiful people. I feel like it's long overdue since I've shared with you what I eat in a day, along with my fitness goals, update you a little bit. We are now into summer, and I wanted to get shredded, not too shredded, right? I wanted to get tighter in my physique. I wanted more definition. I wanted to be toned while building my glutes. So everything that I've been eating, I'm gonna share with you guys today, along with the leg focused HIIT workout that I did this morning that I'll be posting for day 5. So I've been doing HIIT workouts 2 to 4 times a week, sometimes 4, sometimes 2, just depends on how my body's feeling, if my body's still tired, if the muscles are still sore and tired. So I've been doing that on top of getting 10,000 steps, just making sure that I move around because my job can be very sedentary. And even after I'm done from the gym, sometimes I only average 4,000 steps. So I've been waking up. If I'm not doing my HIIT cardio, then I'll just go into the gym and I will walk on the treadmill on an incline for about 40 minutes and then I'll come home. But I've been getting up really early, 5:30, sometimes 6 in the morning, to go and do the additional work. I love being active. I love challenging myself, and I'm still eating a good amount of calories. So roughly I'm eating 1,800 to 1,900 calories, and I'm not in a deficit, which I love. It's honestly about moving your body. So if you're getting 10,000 steps, you're gonna be burning a lot of calories. If you're moving your body in general, you're gonna be burning a lot of calories. Honestly, HIIT workouts help you get shredded faster than just regular workouts because you're adding weights, pressure, plyometrics, a lot of endurance, agility, speed, depending on what you're doing for that particular exercise and a workout, but you will start to see results a lot faster. But you don't also want to deprive yourself from food because then your body won't be able to recover. A lot of people think, oh, I gotta be in a deficit. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to look malnourished, and I'm also not trying to be struggling or on survival mode because my body doesn't have enough nutrients. I've been there before. I am a professional bodybuilder. For those that don't know, I am a Bikini Pro Olympian. I have been competing over 10 years now, and I'm also a certified personal trainer and certified nutritionist. I personally don't believe in getting to your goals the hard way. I find if you really want to change your life, you have to make it a lifestyle and really dedicate time to finding what works for you, what foods you enjoy eating, what foods you don't enjoy eating. I don't enjoy eating asparagus or broccoli, so I don't have that in my house, right? So you got to really pay attention to what makes you feel good, what doesn't make you feel good, and build a routine from that. If you know that you've been eating junk food, or you've been falling off, or you're inconsistent, or you're lacking discipline, then you need to become aware of what is distracting you for why your habits are off. What is distracting you for why your routine is off? Maybe you haven't actually sat down and planned out your routine, planned out what you like to eat that's going to give you the most amount of nutrients or energy. I feel like I'm just talking. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And for my family returning, welcome back. This video is going to be so informative to all the things that I'm eating along with my HIIT workout, and we're going to be making a healthy treat as well. But y'all, look at the abs are coming in and the booty is getting fat. I don't know if you can see it. So let's get into it. I just got back from the gym. I was recording my HIIT workout, and then I did 30 to 40 minutes on the treadmill. So right now I'm gonna make meal number 1, and all of the ingredients are already chopped up and cut, pre-prepped, just because we like to grab and go. So we're doing an egg white omelet for breakfast, and I pre-prepped protein pancakes, y'all. I'm so excited for the next few days of what I'm eating. So this is the protein pancake mix that I made. It's gonna be in the video, so keep watching, but I love pancakes. I have a sweet tooth, and this satisfies it so well. After I'm done making my breakfast though, we are gonna make chocolate chip protein bars. You don't need to bake them. They honestly taste so good. Healthy food can sometimes sound terrible, but trust me, eventually 10 years later, you're gonna be making better food. You just have to not give up. I was going over with a client her nutrition plan, and I got my client to log all of her food that she was eating. And what she noticed was she was consuming tons of fats, and fats are so good for you, but your portion size is important. If you didn't already know, too many fats in your nutrition plan is going to actually slow down your metabolism, and you're not going to be able to see your fitness results. Your fitness results are going to be a lot slower. So you want to be making sure that you're not going over the set amount of your macros. So if it's 60 grams of fats per day, you do not want to go over 60 grams, right? My client was eating about 99 to 110 grams of fats per day, and she was not going to be able to see results. So we changed that immediately and got her to pay attention to everything that she was eating. And she was using more of like free pour oil. And so I highly recommend using avocado oil. Not only is it really good and healthier for you for warming things up, but it's going to save you when you're using a spray. You're going to have less oil on the pan as opposed to you pouring it. Sometimes even if I'm out of avocado oil, I'll pour the oil, but then I'll use a napkin, and of course you're going to be wasting the oil, and I'll just spread it around the pan. And it's so important that you pay attention to the calories, to everything that you eat. At least know your portion sizes. I personally know that per day, I'm only gonna have a quarter of an avocado or half of a banana. So if you don't already know what are your limits, it's important to understand those as well. Because some people are having half of an avocado, but then you want to have salmon, and then you want to have a burger, and then that is and then you want to have 2 eggs. That is probably already going to be over the said macros that are necessary for you to see your fitness goals. And if you're eating outside as well, of course, those meals are going to be higher in calories, higher in fats, higher in carbs, and sometimes or most times lower in the protein. And you need protein in order to build muscles and transform your body. Overall, fats, carbs, and protein, they all work together, but it's all about your portion sizes and the choice of your fats. Personally, I like to eat solid fats. I like avocados over oil. So I'm going to use the least amount of oils so that I can eat salmon, so that I can have a bigger portion of salmon, or so that I can enjoy my avocado without feeling limited. If I wanted to have half of an avocado, I could have half instead of a quarter, but then I wouldn't be able to have probably 2 eggs or salmon. So hope you guys are following. As I mentioned before, guys, I cut up all of my vegetables, at least most of them, and freeze some of them if I know that I'm not going to use them immediately. So I froze some red onions cut up already. Then recently I just cut up some green peppers. Oh, if you know, you know, I keep my spinach in the freezer. And so I'm just gonna do a handful of spinach. 1 cup of egg whites, it's pretty much done. And I salt all my meals just because they're so clean. If I was going to a fast food joint or a restaurant, you don't need to worry about the salt. And here is our breakfast. If you want to, you can also add more protein to this by adding turkey bacon or bacon bits, but I don't have either of those in my home, but I'm sure they would make your omelet taste even better. You can also add cottage cheese as well. So good. I know people get sick of eggs. You can make so many meals out of eggs and still get high protein and get a lot of protein from your eggs. I don't know how you guys don't like eggs. Crazy. Hello, my loves. It is time for meal number 2. I'm so excited to share this meal with you because we're making high protein pancakes. I had already made the batter a few days ago because I made breakfast for my man on Sunday. It's now Wednesday, and so it's lasted pretty long, guys. I'm gonna have 3 pancakes out of this mix, and that is all. I think I'm gonna go back to the gym eventually. I gotta make it quick because I have a meeting at 4:30. Based in Miami, but I'm in Calgary. So actually at 5:30, sorry, they're 2 hours ahead of me. So I have a little bit of time, want to go do a little bit of cardio, no weights, just cardio. Finish my steps I'm at 7,500, but I want to just top it off on the treadmill, not moving around my home. So I've got everything ready for our protein pancakes. When I made my man his breakfast the other day, I use blueberries, and yesterday I picked up some fresh strawberries from Costco. They were just so juicy. I had to get them. And then I also keep frozen fruits in the freezer. So I have frozen pineapples, blueberries, and strawberries. So today we're going to do all strawberries, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. I also have a little bit left of my protein powder that I mix with Greek yogurt, lactose-free Greek yogurt, and honey, and it just makes the topping so much better. I think I'm also going to put some almond butter on top, a tablespoon of almond butter on top of our pancakes, and make this look amazing. We're going to have maple syrup, regular Canadian based maple syrup. Let's make our pancakes. And honestly, guys, all my meals take about 5 to 7 minutes to make or warm up. So even if you don't use the microwave, you can just have it on the pan. And you can also make this ahead of time so that you can warm it up at work and then bring your toppings on the side. We have no excuses for why we are not meal prepping, why we are not eating foods that we like. I'm confused why y'all are not eating foods that you enjoy. And honestly, you can eat carbs, baby. Look at the body. The body is bodying. The booty is bootying. I am just so happy with how the physique is turning out. But y'all, I've been a coach for over 10 years. I know how to eat well. I know how to get back on track. I know pretty much how to do this. It's honestly a science, but once you have the tools, you'll be set up for life. So it just depends on who your coach is. I know my clients are watching, and you have the best coach. Also, if I didn't mention, guys, I am hosting a 6-week challenge, not just for your body, but for your mind, for your habits, for your routine, for your mindset, how you speak to yourself, how you think of yourself. We start on July 7th. So I'll put the link in the description if you want to sign up. Go ahead and hit that sign up button. We also have an exclusive WhatsApp group where you will be mentored daily and encouraged absolutely daily, and weekly we're going to have a Zoom call with all the girls together. It's only girls, all the girls together, where we're going to discuss a lot of relatable topics, common questions, and you guys get to discuss them as a group and also get feedback from myself as a mentor, coaching you guys to be amazing, excellent women. All right, as we evolve beyond our body and also understanding more about nutrition. So you guys are going to be learning a ton of stuff. Back to making these pancakes, baby. Seriously, just lot of eeks. Look at this. Look at our second meal. And on top is yogurt. Like I mentioned, yogurt mixed in protein powder. I didn't put any honey in here this time, but it's so simple and easy to make. And you're still getting in your protein from the yogurt and the protein powder and the egg whites and one egg that are in here as well. This is honestly a decent meal with your fats, protein, and carbs. Not too much on your carbs. Make the entire batter. I believe I used 1 cup of oats. Yeah, 1 cup of oats. So you can have so many servings within that one container. So let's chow down. Oh, bye. See you for the next meal. Hello, my loves. It is time for meal number 3. I am just having a protein shake because we are going to prepare our cookie dough protein bars. We're going to do it together. But before I start making it, I was like, let me have a protein shake so that I'm not hangry. And I'm not that hungry right now, but you start working with sugar or chocolate chips or chocolate, or you go to the grocery store, that's when you're hungry all of a sudden, when before you left your house you weren't hungry. Yes, I want to avoid that, so I'm not just snacking on chocolate chips or any of the ingredients that I end up using. This protein shake will hold me over. After I'm done making those bars, they have to be put in the freezer for about 1 to 2 hours, and then I'm gonna prepare dinner. The beef is already cooked. We're gonna have pasta. The beef is already cooked, so I just need to make the noodles and combine the noodles with the beef. Only having 4 meals today. I'm doing 2 meals no carbs, 2 meals with carbs. So my second meal had carbs in it, low carbs, and my last meal will have carbs in it as well. So I'm doing 2 scoops of protein powder, and that is going to give me 20 plus 27. It's going to give me 54 grams of protein. Yes, protein powder and supplements, guys, are not necessary. However, when you don't feel like eating, I definitely recommend having a protein shake to just get your protein in. I would rather overconsume in protein than undereat protein. Get what I'm saying? But usually I'm on top of my macros. But if I don't feel like eating, I prefer to have a protein shake than not eat at all. I eat about every 2 to 3 windows. Eat about every 2 to 3 hours, and that allows my body to constantly be digesting my food. I have regular bowel movements. My body is always tight. It's every single day I'm hitting my fitness targets. I'm seeing fitness results when I stick to a good nutrition routine or regimen. So you do want to just find foods that you enjoy and not make it too difficult. I'm never going to be one to say don't have any carbs. You just need to be strategic about what kind of carbs you're having, because some carbs can spike your insulin level and make you a lot tired, like white potato or white rice. I still eat those things, but it just depends on the time of day. You want to make sure to add in slow digesting carbs where it's going to keep you full a lot longer and not spike your blood sugar. So digesting carbs are going to be like your oats, your sweet potatoes, quinoa, etc. Rice as well. You want to really make sure that you're prioritizing your fiber. Vegetables are so good for you overall to just have glowy skin, to have a youthful look, to feel energized. Supplements are not here to replace your real food and the whole foods. I think a lot of people rely on like pre-workouts, creatine. You're going to be able to find a lot of those, what you find in supplements, in real food. A lot of people rely on supplements because they're not eating enough nutrient dense food. So you really want to prioritize like what in your kitchen, what is in your fridge, what are you constantly eating. I personally am a proud example of real food. I'm not really a supplements girl. I kind of show you guys the same things, protein powder, glutamine, and my fat burner that I supplement here and there. And then I take vitamins, but I do eat a lot of nutritious food and a lot of superfoods. So within my protein pancakes, I also had hemp seeds. I had chia seeds. I had cinnamon, I had nutmeg, I added some blueberries the other day. And you want to get all of your vitamin sources from the whole foods that you have or should have in your fridge and not rely too much on the supplements, guys. Trust me. And we bought some supplements the other day. We bought some EAAs. Oh yeah, I take EAA as well during my workout. But we bought supplements the other day and I couldn't even believe the bill. I was like, oh my goodness. Supplements are that expensive. Like I rarely buy supplements. So when I did, and we got a discount, I was like, oh my goodness, you could buy a whole workout set or a few outfits for this cost. Like I'd rather spend money on real food, personally, for me. All right, guys, so I'm just about done making my dessert. All right, guys, so this is the base of our cookie dough protein bars, and I literally just had it. Okay. And now I'm just making the topping, which is a little bit of chocolate chips warmed up with almond butter and one more thing, and oil. I used avocado oil, even though it calls for coconut oil, but I do not have coconut oil here. Do you want to be up close and personal? Protein bars. We're going to put them in the freezer for an hour to an hour and a half, and then come back and cut them up. I can't actually make these too hard because of my bracers. I'm so happy. You guys have to try out this recipe. I've been making it for years since I found it. This recipe by the Michelle method, so good. This is probably like the dessert that I make the most. And so you just put it in the freezer, good to go. So now we are going to prep our pasta, and I use gluten-free brown rice pasta. So good for you, and it tastes just like regular pasta, especially if you're not from Europe. For those that are in North America, we are not getting the good pasta. I like to have brown rice pasta because it prevents me from getting bloated. It's easier to digest. I don't really like the zucchini pasta or I don't know, the vegetable made pastas. I don't really like those. I also don't eat the angel hair pasta, anything like that. I find that they bloat me. I don't eat broccoli pasta. I don't eat those things. I just find that this brown rice pasta, whatever brand you choose, brown rice pasta is not going to bloat you. It's made of brown rice, easy to digest. I already have the beef cooked. I'm just gonna preheat it on the pan, but I'm going to cook up some peppers, green peppers, and red onions to put inside. So I'm just going to start the pasta now, and then once it's almost cooked, then I will get started on the bison. So I'm gonna make the pasta sauce. I'm gonna add green peppers and red onions, and guess what? They're already cut up, so we don't really have to do too much. That's why I always tell you guys, make sure to just cut up all of the ingredients like at the beginning of the week, so you don't have to do it in the middle of the week when you're kind of tired. So I'm going to bed with a clean house, belly full, and meal prep for tomorrow. Pasta is done. All right, guys, everything is pretty much cooked. I'm just waiting on the onions and pepper, and then we're gonna mix everything together. I use about half of the jar, a little bit of water, a little bit of a lactose-free cheese. All right, my loves, this is meal number 4, pasta, brown rice pasta. And I actually put some Greek yogurt on top. I was like, let me try that out. Usually if I have cottage cheese, I put it on top, but I think it's gonna taste good regardless. I just love pasta, and I'm sure you guys do too. I love pastas, burgers, burritos, tacos. Yeah, all the things with protein and fats. So let's enjoy this. I hope you guys are learning a lot. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. When I'm done this, then we're gonna check on our protein bars. I feel like my hair is so greasy at this point. It's the end of the day, y'all. I wanted to show you guys what we're having for our snack. The protein bars are all done. I'm gonna put them in the fridge. I think you can keep them in the freezer, but I usually keep them in the fridge. I am ending off the night with 1 protein bar, 1 square, and some tea. It's bedtime. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me and watching this video. I hope I was able to inspire you to bake something healthy, to bake delicious treats. I'm not a fan of protein bars, and I'm not a fan of pre-workout. So those 2 things, you won't really catch me. You'll never catch me slipping with those 2 things. I like to make my treats from home, especially protein bars, because the protein bars that I usually find in the store usually bloat me. I'm really sensitive. Like, once something bloats me, I'm not going back to it. I don't like being bloated. I like having a flat stomach. Enjoy this recipe and, you know, get creative in the kitchen. None of these things took too long to do. I had such a busy day behind the scenes. Too long of a video to record, honestly. I should add a scoop of ice cream, but I'm not feeling for ice cream today. I had ice cream like a few days ago. I like to space out my treats that are not healthy and just stay true to the goal. I like being so disciplined Monday to Friday, like focusing, getting up, pushing challenges, and getting up and just doing it. So I try not to cheat myself during the week because I want as much energy. I want to look good. I want to take pictures. I just want to feel good in that community, like in that sense. Imagine walking through the week and you're just like bloated, unmotivated, groggy, you're breaking out, your gas stinks. Like, ugh. I've been there before, so that's why I'm like, nah. If something's toxic or doesn't work for you, just stop going back to it. Just, come on. Every time I want to cave in, I just think about, oh, okay, that's how it actually made me feel. If you remember how something toxic made you feel, then you'll think about it, your body will respond. Listen to your body. It's like, I don't want to feel gassy today, girl. Come on. So stay true to the goal. Stay true to the mission and just show up, and you can go out on the weekend and take a digestive enzyme.